Hello, welcome to my class. Good year we teach anything involving physics, any mathematical expressions involving physics, the laws in physics, and anything in physics. So if this is your first time of seeing my video, you can like, share, then let your colleagues also learn and understand what we have here. Okay, I'll be teaching you something we call the hydrostatic pressure. In the hydrostatic pressure, we said when water is in a container and there is a force that exerts in the container due to the pressure. So we are going to look at how to calculate the pressure in the container that contains either fluid or a liquid substance. So here we said static pressure as P is always equal to density times I times G, okay, where this is equal to density of water. Density of water, H is equal to depth of liquid, depth of liquid or the water. Then G can be the force of gravity or gravitational force, because every liquid that is exerting vertically is acting due to the force of gravity in the container. Now we said hydrostatic pressure is always equal to P density times or height times the gravitational force. Now where the following is equal to this. Now how we came by this formula? We came by this formula because we all know that pressure is equal to force on area. If you know this formula, it means that we can also say this implies that force can be equal to mass times gravity, because the force in the liquid is acting perpendicularly. It is acting due to gravity. So we have to multiply the mass times the gravity to get the force there. So if you have this, we can now say P is equal to mass times gravity over the area. So it's the same thing to what the first one. So here from our density formula, we say density is equal to what? Mass on volume. So if density is equal to mass on volume, we can make mass the subject, where mass is equal to density times volume. We are going to derive this formula, or we are going to find how we came by this formula. So if mass is equal to this, then we can put this formula back to the pressure formula, where we have P is equal to density times volume times gravity, all on area. So we fit this into this formula. We have this. Now this way we can still open something here. That is the volume. We all know that volume is equal to length times breadth times height. This is the formula for volume. So if this is the formula for volume, we also know area to be equal to length times breadth, like this, length times breadth. So if we know this, we can simplify this, where we say volume is equal to A times height. So volume can also be equal to area times height. Now let's fix this into this our formula. To do that, we now have pressure is equal to density times area times height times G. So all this we divide by our area. So after we get this, you see that at the top we have A, and at the down we also have A. That's area. So A will cancel A. So therefore pressure is now equal to density times height times gravitational force. So this is how we came by this formula. So if you enjoyed this video, you can like, share, so that your colleagues too can also get more on this. So let's meet in the next video to solve more examples.